Hey, folks, today is Saturday, April 7th, 2018, and this is the weekend edition of the Roland Martin Unfiltered podcast. It has been quite the busy week for yours truly. Spent Sunday through Thursday in Memphis, live streaming events all around MLK 50, the events commemorating the 50th anniversary of the assassination of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And so we had events we live streamed on Monday, on Tuesday, on Wednesday, and on Thursday morning as well. We'll be bringing some of those to you in later podcasts, but if you want to check those out now, you can go to my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, my Periscope channel. You can actually watch those videos of those great events. And so it was truly a remarkable week as we honor the life and legacy of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., as well as those sanitation workers, those 1,300 sanitation workers who went on strike. And he, of course, that was a reason that he came to Memphis. It was a result of that that particular strike. And so it was just, again, a great time that we had there in Memphis. All right, so I had to go to New York on Friday for a Black Media Summit, and so I was traveling back via train, and while on the train, I saw a tweet from Tarana Burke. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's do this here. Before I go into our subject, I want to talk about this new product for the folks from forhims.com. Now, a significant number of men, more than 2/3, actually lose their hair by the age of 35 years old. And of course, when that happens, well, too little too late. I remember when I was working at WVON Radio, my producer there, she said, "Roland, you're losing your hair." And to be honest with y'all, I wasn't even paying attention. And so I was kind of like, really? Okay, all right, and I thought it was something else. And absolutely. And so began where the middle of my hair was far more thin than the sides of my hair. And so for a lot of men, all of a sudden, man, they begin to freak out. Bald spots, they begin to say, "Oh my goodness," and because so many of us, our hair is tied up in who we are, and receding hairlines, and then folks lose it. But the reality is, forhims.com, they have this great one-stop shop for hair loss, skincare, sexual wellness, and all of those things for men. We're talking about, of course, dealing with hair loss today. Now, if you're a guy out there and you're looking to utilize a product and you don't want to go to a doctor, here's what you do. You simply make a phone call, and then what happens is you're going to answer a few questions from an actual doctor. The doctors will review that and then prescribe this product to you, and it will be shipped to your door. Now, again, here's the piece. My listeners get a trial month of Hims for just $5. That's right, just $5. Now, all you got to do is go to forhims.com/Roland. That's forhims.com/Roland. Again, forhims.com/Roland to try this product out. Fellas, if you have lost your hair or if you haven't reached that point but you don't want to lose your hair, you can certainly try this product and test it in order to stem your hair loss, but also to promote hair growth. And so again, go to forhims.com/Roland. All right. So as I was saying, I was on Twitter, and I was, I follow. My goodness, I follow more than 3,100 people. And so I came across this tweet from Tarana Burke. And her tweet was very interesting. And so it dealt with Tony Robbins. And so I'm sitting here, and I'm looking at it, and I'm kind of like, okay, what's going on? And the tweet says, "I was made aware of this video before I ever saw it because Tony Robbins' people reached out to do damage control within 24 hours. They wanted to give me context, apparently. I don't need any. I have eyes. The full video is 11 minutes, and it's gross. Bravo to this woman." So what happened was the folks at nowthisnews.com, Now This News on Twitter, they posted this 1 minute and 38-second video of Tony Robbins talking about the Me Too movement and saying that a lot of these women are trying to make themselves significant, and that, frankly, they're damaging men in the process. So I saw the clip, and I sent a series of tweets out about that particular clip. And so then somebody posted that the woman in the video, somebody posted a full 11-minute video for us to take a look at. An 11-minute video. So I then saw the 11-minute video, and frankly, it didn't change my opinion. Okay? So here's what I want to do. I want to share for you the full 11-minute video. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to then deconstruct that video and what Tony Robbins said in the video, and why I believe Tony Robbins is dead wrong, and why this video and his perspective is problematic.
What's that, sorry?
Nanine. I'm sorry, it's like Janine, but with an N.
Oh, okay, Nanine. Sorry, there's an echo. So Nanine, tell me something. What's your concern? You stood up, so you obviously have a concern.
Yeah, I think I need to do a happy dance, because that's what I said I would do when I started feeling stressed.
Okay, give her a happy dance. Give her a hand. Nice job, ladies and
So I think you misunderstand the Me Too movement. I think the Me Too...
Not for you, personally. I'm not misunderstanding for you. You can educate for me. I'm telling you, I've read these. Because my life is about helping people have new choices. So when I see them, I've read so many, thousands. Have you read thousands? Or are you going to tell me what your experience of the Me Too movement is? Because I respect all of you. You can use the Me Too movement to be such a beautiful thing. I'm not knocking the Me Too movement. I'm knocking victimhood. Raise your hand if you follow it. And I'm not suggesting you have to agree with me. I'm just suggesting you consider what its impact is. Look at these people and see what is empowerment. Anger is not empowerment. What you're seeing is people making themselves significant by making somebody else wrong and getting certainty. And there's nothing wrong with that, it just won't make you happy. It won't make them better, it won't make you better. And oh, by the way, what did Jesus say, regardless of what your religious belief is? You can be anybody, you don't have to be Jesus. But who should throw the stone?
He who has not sinned.
You shouldn't do that stone if you live in a fucking glass house. Is there any one of us that hasn't done something that we prefer we'd not, or that we're embarrassed by, or was hurtful even we didn't mean to? Who here has never done anything of that nature in your life? Raise your hand. One liar. Thank you. So I'm not knocking the Me Too movement. I'm knocking victimhood. If you use the Me Too movement to try to get significance and certainty by attacking and destroying someone else, you haven't grown an ounce. All you've done is basically use a drug called significance to make yourself feel good. Or certainty. Raise your hand if you see this. Question or comment?
So my comment is that I hear you mischaracterizing the Me Too movement. Certainly there are people who are using it for their own personal devices. But there are also a significant number of people who are using it not to relive whatever may or happen to them, but to make it safe for the young women who are and I think you do the whole movement of the service by characterizing the way you have. I love you, so
I hear
please
you.
take
I don't feel attacked in any way.
Good.
I'm glad you did this. The reason I want to engage is because I don't want to be misinterpreted. You're using it differently than some other people. What I'm suggesting to you is it's easy to see when a person gets angry and attacks. Rarely, watch this. Come over here. Yes, please. Watch. Put out your fist. Why are you pushing back? I didn't tell you to push back. Why are you pushing back? Why are you pushing so hard? So you're telling me that the harder I push, the more you're going to comply and I'm going to be safe.
Well, Chopra says don't resist.
I don't give a fuck what Chopra says. I know, Mr. Chopra. This has nothing to do with it. You're still resisting. She's still pushing on me. I've pointed out she's still pushing on me. Why is she still pushing? And when you push someone else, it doesn't make you more safe. It just makes them angry.
But it's
I can tell you,
awareness, it's not pushing.
In Hollywood, where most of this is the most intense, I have so many clients there. And I talk to men all the time, and it breaks my heart for women, not for men. Because I just with someone the other day, very famous man, very powerful man, who's saying how stressed he is because he interviewed 3 people that day. 1 was a woman, 2 were men. The woman was better qualified, but she was very attractive, and he knew I can't have her around because it's too big a risk, and he hired somebody else. I've had a dozen men tell me this. So I want you to know, I'm not telling you what to do.
Excuse. And it's
No,
a
you're
lame
giving me
excuse.
an excuse. You're telling me that the more I push, the more I'm going to be safe. Is it true? It's not. Listen to me. There are plenty of women in this room and plenty will have a different point of view. I'm not asking you to take my point of view. I'm asking you to consider how you use anything, technology, Me Too, anything. I haven't made technology wrong either. Some people, you made technology wrong. No, it's we want to use it, not let it use us. Raise your hand if you follow this.
No.
And if you and I are going to free ourselves, freedom doesn't come from more anger, and freedom comes from. So I think anyone who's been hurt should be able to express it. They should be able to go get restitution, should be able to solve it anyway.
So are minorities not supposed to protest
or
or
not
not
supportive
supposed to
of is
do anything?
victimhood. How would you talk? I didn't say you were.
What I was saying.
I didn't say you were. I never said that you personally were using it that way. I said if you see people using it that way, stop. If you catch yourself using it that way, stop. How many of you have found technology was supposed to make you less stressed and give you more time? How many remember that story? How's that shit working for you so far? How many have more stress in your life than you did before? But how many are also more productive? So everything can be a two-edged sword. I'm just trying to get you to see where the sword is hurting. Because for every action, there's an equal and opposite what? I'm not talking to you as a man, I'm talking to you as a human being that's dealt with tens of millions of people from 100 countries. And here's what I can tell you. There are patterns that make you angry, there are patterns that make you sad, there are patterns that excite you, there are patterns that make you grateful. You gotta choose your patterns well. Because otherwise, you'll let the culture choose them for you. And if you choose them for yourself, I have no problem.
You are a leader and an influential man.
Yes.
And you are doing a disservice, in my opinion, to the Me Too movement in this room. And I wish you were doing a disservice.
I can't do the service because everyone in this room that believes whatever she believes will continue to do it.
It's not just about what women believe, it's about what people believe. And just because you were talking to me as a man to a woman, I'm not talking to you as a woman to a man, I'm talking to you person to person.
I understand. What are you telling me different than what I said? I told you some people misuse it, and you're telling me you don't. I'm not saying you
But
did.
you characterize the entire movement.
I didn't tell the movement. I said this is how some people use it.
Because that's what I heard.
Did you ever watch Saturday Night Live?
All the time.
There's a part where she goes, never mind. So I'm glad you brought it up because it's not what I'm telling you. I'm not saying the movement is wrong. I'm saying everything has a consequence. Raise your hand if you heard me. And you want to use things in a way that doesn't addict you to your problems, and you don't want to be a victim. If you use it, it doesn't make you a victim. I'm not thrilled. And it is nothing. There's a million ways to communicate. It's just the avenue we're using now. I think women being treated fairly, fuck. My office is filled. My company is 70% women. That's a fact. I love women. I love their value. I'm not criticizing any woman. I'm saying man or woman. If you give them a pattern of victimization, who's it going to hurt? Nice and loud. Who's it going to hurt? That's right. So I'm not saying you're using it wrong. I never even addressed you personally.
I talking about the Me Too movement.
No, I'm talking about how it's used, how technology is used, how belief systems are used. Do you hear me? I'm not going to be inauthentic and say I'm sorry about something I'm not sorry about. I'm not sorry for all of us. This is what so many people are doing. They're saying they're sorry when they're not, just to comply. I'm not here to comply. I'm here to free people from pain. And by the way, should I say I'm sorry for her misinterpreting me? She just told me I misunderstood. So hear me now. I can do the easy thing and not bringing this up. I'm only bringing it up because I give a shit for everybody. I've spent a life to help people be free of pain. And when I see a pattern that some people are using creates more pain, I just want you to be aware of it. You can disagree with me and tell me I'm full of shit. I have no problem with that. But what I wouldn't do is be inauthentic. It'd be inauthentic to go, oh no, it's mine, everybody should comply. Here's the truth. Every tool can be misused, true or false? And every tool can be used for a higher good. How do we know the difference? We know the difference by how the person lives their life. How do you know how spiritual somebody is? You can wear crosses, you can tell people you're spiritual. But the way I judge is the way people's feet move for decades. You want to know who I am? You don't have to guess. Look at how my feet have moved for 4 decades. You know exactly who I am. Day and night, night and day. The way I've done no matter what things are. So all I'm saying to you is this. Man or woman, Me Too, any movement you have. I'm pointing out needs, and I want you to understand. It's so easy to get seduced into meeting your needs through problems. If you can see that, raise your hand and say, ah! That's my only point. So stop being so sensitive because you're associated with one movement or another. Instead, ask yourself a question. Ask yourself a question. How do I want to live my life? And do I want significance through problems or significance through growth? Do you want love and significance by having upsets, or love and significance because I contribute in meaningful ways? If you pick the latter, you're going to have a fulfilling life. If you pick the former, you can feel good in the moment. Just like smoking a cigarette will make you feel good. Yelling will make you feel good in the moment. But it's like taking the leg off. It's obtainable but not sustainable. If you stay angry constantly and I do nothing, your anger will eventually disappear because you'll be tired of being angry. If you are crying uncontrollably and I do nothing but stay present, your crying will stop because your nervous system can only take so much of either of those emotions. I'm suggesting to all of you, and I know, bringing it up in a room this big, I knew it was going to be a controversy. I didn't come for the controversy, and I didn't come to make anybody wrong. I'm bringing it up because it hurts me to see women and men both hurting and continue to hurt each other, thinking in some cases, not all, that anger or rage or attacks are the ways to meet their needs. Because who it hurts in the end is everybody, but most importantly, it hurts the individual doing it. How many follow? Give her a hand. Thank you for the.
All right, folks. So you heard the whole deal. Now let me deconstruct what I heard. Consistently in that 11-minute segment, Tony Robbins talked about victimhood. And I get a kick out of when people want to talk about victimhood, because it's called, the definition of that is called the state of being a victim. Now, see, the problem with that is typically the people who keep focusing on victimhood are the very people who don't want to address the actual issue. So it's very easy to say that the person who is raising these issues, oh my goodness, this is about victimhood. Well, when it's not. Now he raised the Me Too movement. And see, here's where Tony Robbins made a mistake. He said some people. Well, he didn't offer any examples. He made a generalization and then said, well, I'm not saying everyone, I'm just saying some of them. And then he went through this whole deal. Anger is not empowerment. It won't make you happy. That's what he said. But here's the problem. Even Dr. King said you can be angry, but allow that anger to fuel you into action. And so where Tony Robbins is wrong is that you have these women who are angry. And finally, they are able to express their anger as to how they have been treated by the likes of Harvey Weinstein and other men, and they're gaining power from one another by virtue of the stories. Now, if Tony Robbins had said, we must be careful in that, it could have used the example of the comedian where people, even some women say, okay, hold on, what, like what's going on here? I forgot the guy's name, but y'all know who I'm talking about. That's an example. And I've seen women discuss, like, well, is that actually part of the Me Too movement, or is that just you having a different interpretation? So you had that going on. You've had that going on. Okay. And we also know from the University of Virginia, the story in Rolling Stone, that the fake story about rape. That does not mean we are to negate all instances where a woman has said she's been raped, but that bore out to be a false story. Okay. But here's where Tony Robbins really screwed up. He tells this story of a friend of his and how this friend had this really qualified woman who was far more qualified than two other men, but he was afraid to hire her and did not give her the job because she was too attractive. And he was stressed by that. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Let me just be perfectly honest. I've had some very fine women work for me. I've had some very fine women work with me. And let me be clear. At no point have I ever been stressed. At no point have I ever, oh my God, what I do? She's so gorgeous. She's so sexy. I'm here for a job. I'm here to do a job. I don't care how great she looks, because I'm not coming into work every day foaming at the mouth, looking at her legs or her butt or her thighs or her breast or her face or her hair. I'm here to do the work. And see, where Tony Robbins failed, Tony Robbins should have said to his friend, and he should have recounted the conversation to the public about what he told his friend. See, the problem is the absence of Tony Robbins saying to his friend that his friend was wrong and stupid and idiotic, and he should have hired the woman no matter if she was beautiful. That's where he got in trouble. Because it gave the impression that he agreed, he consented with his friend. And so then after, he goes on all this other mumbo jumbo stuff that frankly I didn't really care about. It was, you're pattern victimization, who's it going to hurt, and how it's used, and I'm not here to comply. I'm here to free people from pain. Damn all that. Okay, first of all, just so y'all understand, I've never had any need for a Tony Robbins like person. I just haven't. It does, because to me, in many ways, it's a lot of empty words. So I'm just letting y'all know. It's just me. So I don't hate the guy. I've never met the guy, but I'm not gonna be one of those thousands of people who are sitting in an auditorium listening to Tony Robbins. I'm not. I'm just not. But this is where he messed up. Had Tony Robbins said, "I told that powerful man in Hollywood that he was wrong, that he was contributing to women not getting jobs because of their talent and being denied because of their looks," that is no different than a woman being hired because of her looks and not because of her talent. And that's where he failed. And he failed miserably. And so he hit Tarana Burke, his people did, and said, they wanted her to know it was taken out of context. No, actually it wasn't. Because that's where he failed. And I'm a heterosexual man. I am attracted to women. I am. I'm not gay. I'm not attracted to men. I'm attracted to women. But I can tell you right now, I am not stressed because of the Me Too movement. I am not stressed if a woman gets hired and I'm working with her. I am not stressed at all. You know why? Because if I'm working with her and I'm her boss, or even if she is on the same level as me, or if she's below me or above me, guess what? I ain't sleeping with her. I ain't hitting on her. I'm not sexting her. I'm not showing her dick pics. I'm not hugging her. Y'all gotta understand, I don't hug my employees. I don't. Because I draw lines. That is where Tony Robbins failed. He gave the impression that he was making excuses and that it was these women and they were the ones who are the problem and they're the whole victimhood thing. No. The power of the Me Too movement is that it has spawned women to feel strongly about speaking up and calling out abhorrent behavior by men, and we should stop making excuses for these men. And that's what Tony Robbins was doing. Period. Folks, you can hit me on Twitter, Instagram, as well as Snapchat at Roland S. Martin. Go to my Facebook page as well. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. We want to hit 200,000 subscribers, so please go to youtube.com/Roland S. Martin. Okay, I got to go. Don't forget to go to forhims.com/Roland. All you guys looking to deal with male hair loss. Again, forhims.com/Roland. Okay, I got to go. Y'all be sure to have a great day. Peace.